Hello YouTube, this is Gene again with Geekyasiandad. So, if you're like me, you probably have a lot of these candy canes left over from the holidays. So, I've come up with a different and a unique alternative to use it. Because you don't feel like throwing them away, well you could. You definitely don't want to eat it because you've eaten so much candy. So, instead what we're going to do today is we're going to make body scrubs for the bath and lip scrubs or lip balm for your mouth. So for this one thing, we're gonna make two things out of it. So let's get started. First things first, take the wrappers off your candy canes. Do what Geekyasiandad loves to do best. Smash them up a little bit, because I find out it makes it a little bit easier for the food processor.
Yes, I love smashing things up and using my food processor.
Alright, so now we weigh it all out. Make sure we get all that peppermint in there. So we have about 200 grams. I do is I add twice as much sugar to it. So I have 200, add another 200, now we have 400. There we go. And I find that makes it more like sugar. When you blend up peppermint, it's not always the same. Next, we add coconut oil. I just add about an equal amount. So if it was like 200, the ratios are always 1 to 1 to 1. So this is a 200. Because you want to make sure you have the sugar in there. 180, close. Just a little bit more. Boom, and we're good. All right, so I'll get everything set up to mix. All right, now we blend it. You can blend it by hand, but I find it easier. I find that using this one, just like your standard mix, is much, much easier. Blend it up.
This is why I use a mixer. This would take a long time by hand.
So you save a little bit on the side for your lip scrubs. Add a little bit of soft soap. Okay, for the bath scrubs, this one has the soap in it, which is why we kept it all separate. I find that you need a little bit of soap because otherwise you just basically feel like you're taking a bath in oil, and no one likes that. It just feels horrible. Whatever you have left over, as you can see here, it's okay. I just pour about half of it. You can see it's slightly pink. And this you can make your different colors. I just take about half. It's about half. Make it a little bit more red.
Again, you don't have to change the colors, just like a little bit of contrast.
Okay, so you saw I took a little bit out of the original thing. So the only reason why I did that, as you can see, it's a pink color now. And I like it because it's like peppermint, so I like to have just a little bit of color. So I'm going to take one. I'm going to take this one. 1, 2, 3. I want to make it a little red, so it has a little squirrel color to it. This has no soap in it, of course. You can't use that for your lips. That would be gross. But I don't want to make it too red, because you don't want to make your lips all red. You just want to have just like a little bit of color on one side versus the others. Right, so that seems a little bit on the red side. So we have these that are clear. Let me just add a little bit over here. Make it not so red. So at Michael's, you have these little containers. So what I found out is just nice and easy. Just take half of these. Fill it up. One side. Oops. Other side. And there you go. Spread it out. Half of it one side, half of it another side. And there is your lip scrubs. Alright, so you have the soap here. This is red, this is white. I find that it's just easier just to pour them in at the same time. And you create the swirl. If you try to pour it on top of each other, they just wind up going right on top. And there you have it. I'll put the rest of it in later, but you can see. It's swirled in. This is the bath. Make sure it's wide so you can dig your hands in there. And this is the lip scrubs. So you have a wonderful thing out of leftover cotton candies, not cotton candy, peppermint candies.
This is Gene with Geeky Asian Dad. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I hope you enjoyed.